What a race. What a finish. I have a plan, and it's a new plan. All right, today is Monday of the following Monday of the Hogeye Marathon, and man, that race was great. I was able to finish the whole thing without stopping, so definitely was a personal goal of mine. And I'd like to break down everything today with the race and the mileage and my split time. Now my time was kind of a little different because I started my Strava too late. I was actually a little late to the race, and just a little bit of nerves and filming everything and not really getting ready for my watch, so it was a little bit later. So it's about 25 miles on the Strava, what it says, but I think it's a pretty good breakdown of what my pacing was. Whenever I, doing the video, I would go and each mile marker, I would look at my watch and see where it was and try to get, a good idea of how my pacing was. All right, guys, we're back in the running lab. I'd like to talk to you kind of the breakdown of the marathon. Again, it went pretty well. Started off pretty strong on Strava. Again, like I said, I'll put this up on the screen there too, so that everyone can see this. It started off first mile 8:32, so that's kind of what I wanted to start off. A little bit less than my race pace. My race pace wanted to be at 8-minute pace on average, which that didn't happen. That's okay. I definitely learned a lot from this. I think it's definitely a good learning experience and able to take from this and take it on to another race. So each time I do a marathon, I learn from it each time and get a little bit better, and my time gets a little bit better as well. And I think you at home too, if you're first learning how to do a marathon, I think that's what you'll do. You'll learn each time you do this. Even though you can watch as many YouTube videos or read as many books, until you get out and actually experience a marathon, you won't know how you respond to that marathon. So this is kind of a breakdown how my journey of running. This is my 7th marathon, so this is the first time I actually ran the whole full thing, and that was just because of learning how to train for it, being able to do enough mileage, long enough runs, and enough speed work to get down to the speed that I wanted to. Or at least close to it. It was about 8:58, I believe, miles per minute. And so that learning curve definitely helps me be able to go on to the next marathon. So now I have this new plan that I'm going to share with everyone, and hopefully this new plan will be even better and be able to get the times closer to 1. So definitely it would be in Little Rock. They have a marathon on November 21st, and so that's the one I'll be running. And so that's about 29 weeks or so. And so here in a little bit I'll show you my new plan there. So keep going down to the breakdown of the race. Get an elevation of 900 feet. I believe, I can't remember what the elevation gain was on that, but definitely I'll share that with you on the screen. I have that on Strava. It was about 994 feet of elevation, and it was about first mile, it was 8:32. At a couple miles, around mile, fastest mile is mile 5, 8:12, and so it was right around under 9 minutes. And then, around mile, I kept it under 9 minutes until after mile 11, mile 12. I hit 9:09, And that might have been, there were some pretty hilly areas in that area, so I definitely was hitting some pretty good hills in that area. And this was a good race because it was not in a down and back type of race. It was actually a big circle, so that made it nice. You were able to see a different part of the town, and actually ran through three different towns: Springdale, Arkansas; Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is home of the Razorbacks, the Arkansas University Razorbacks; Sioux, as they say in Fayetteville. So I ran around that area and went to a little small town called Johnson and went back to Springdale. So that was kind of a nice, that was the first time I actually did a big loop around. Well, actually I ran that, this is 2 years ago I ran this marathon. So, and so that I do remember the course, and it was a big circle. So this is the only one I've ran. The other ones I've ran was a down and back type of situation there. Again, around mile 15, we kind of went a little faster, 8:51, had some crowd cheering, so that made it a little bit more exciting. I was able to kind of push through that mileage there. So definitely, crowds definitely help you out. It makes you go a little faster, you get a little bit of adrenaline, and makes you want to go a little, increase your pace a little bit too. So I think that was definitely good. And around mile 20 or so is whenever I started to feel a little bit more of the burn and sensation. I remember saying that I wanted to take it easy for a little bit and see how I feel on mile 21 and then maybe kick it up after then. So that was, yeah, and I kind of did. I did mile 21 a little bit faster. Mile 23, 24 was about a 10-minute pace, and mile 25, 10:33 pace or so. So definitely kind of went down just a little bit. There were, gosh, so many hills. The last hill, I feel like I was crawling up it. Had no more power in my legs. So that definitely tells me that I might need to start doing, and I have been doing a little bit of strengthening. Maybe I need to do a little bit more strengthening. The Little Rock Marathon is pretty hilly. I think it's hillier than this marathon. I believe they said that there's a pretty good size hill at mile 15. The good thing about hilly races, I do like it because they do have the downhill and that you do pick up speed, but the bad thing is you do have a little bit more soreness because you load the quadriceps, called eccentric motion, and that makes the quadriceps a little bit sore. And so that's definitely something to kind of train, is if you're going to do a hilly race, train going downhill, because you're going to be sore. That's going to, your body's going to feel that. And so that definitely, and again, I really liked the race, and there was a lot of crowd support with the police department. Definitely Springdale, Fayetteville, and Johnson police department were out there, and the fire department out there, all supporting us. That was great. There were a lot of people out in raincoats and umbrellas, and definitely really appreciate that. And I definitely want to say thank you for them. If any of you guys are listening, thank you for supporting this marathon. I also want to thank my wife too. She was out there cheering me on. She didn't have to run until Sunday, so she was out there cheering me on as well. And plus she's always been supportive of me doing all these long runs on weekends, and well, I've got to run today, I've got to do this many miles this week, and so she's very supportive of everything that I do there. So definitely want to shout out to my wife Brandy, that all the support that she's given me. So we got this new plan. I'm really excited for everyone to share this new plan I have of 13. So I got 19 weeks before the Little Rock Marathon, and so my plan is each week I want to share with you what my training week looks like. So that way, maybe if one of you guys are wanting to do a marathon, you want to kind of simulate, this journey with me, you can. The first 13 weeks is going to be building mileage and building my endurance. And then 16 weeks before the marathon, I'll be doing marathon training, a little bit more specific for speed and getting up to my race pace. And also I'll be doing a half marathon around October or so before it, so that way I get a little bit of kind of speed work and getting my legs used to a longer race. before we head out to Little Rock in end of November. So for first week, I got it right here on this piece of paper. I don't know if everyone can see that. I'll post it. I'll put a little thing on the screen there so that way you can see what my first week is. Today I ran 5 miles. That was on Monday, and it was at an easy pace, I believe 9:01. If you look at Strava, you can follow me at Strava at Andrew Nelson. And so if you haven't followed me yet, definitely you can see all my runs and things like that. So 5 miles, so it was an easy run, 9:01. And then Tuesday, tomorrow, I'll do some strength training. Again, doing some hip core work, hip strengthening, maybe doing some stretching, some rolling, a little bit of things like that. And also I'll be doing a 10-mile run on Tuesday. And then we're gonna go on Wednesday is easy mile, easy 5 mile. Thursday, we're gonna rest, do some strengthening. Friday, 4 easy. Saturday, speed work and doing some plyometrics. So we'll be doing a specific video on parachute work too. So we'll be doing a parachute type of training to see if that's going to help build my speed. And I'll do like a little test, maybe do a mile test. We'll cover that on Saturday, so look for that video pretty soon on that. And also we'll do a little bit of warm up, 2-mile warm up, and maybe some cool down, so maybe 3 or 4 miles on Saturday, and then Sunday 7-mile run. So that's about 34 miles for week number 1 that I'll be doing, and that will conclude that. And next week I'll share with everyone what the week number 2 looks like about on Monday as well. So then this will be posted on, today's Monday, it'll be Tuesday. So you guys will be viewing this Tuesday. That concludes that run right there. So definitely I'm pretty excited about that. I think it'll be a great learning experience, trying to get more mileage on me, trying to get that time down. My projected time, I definitely would like to get that 3:30. I know I wanted to get the 3:30 on this, but now I'm learning a little bit more about what I need to do to get that speed endurance. And again, marathon is more about running as long as you can without stopping. That's what I've learned. And you have to pace yourself big time. Totally different than half marathon or 10K. You're able to get a little bit of speed. Marathon, gosh, you can get to that point where you get to the point where you hit the wall, mile 20, you're running out of glucose, and your body basically wants to shut down and walk. And so that's the first time I ran a marathon, that's what I did. I took off too fast. I was running these paces, about 8-minute pace, 8.5-minute pace, thinking I could get this under 4 hours, and I didn't do it under 4 hours. It was just under 5 hours that I got it in, because I had to jog the last 10 miles, because I bonked pretty big and my legs were cramping up. And so this time it definitely really helped out. I just want to say thank you for everyone that has viewed my videos. I really appreciate that. That really motivates me to get out and run, and it kind of keeps me accountable, because you guys are seeing me running, you're seeing my times. I'm being trying to be open about everything that I do and the training, so that way you guys can see what I'm doing. Maybe if you're running a marathon or half marathon, is something that way you can maybe say, okay, maybe I can try this out. Andrew, it was successful for Andrew for this, or that wasn't successful, Andrew, I won't do that. And so definitely will share with you, my successes and things that I'm not succeeding at, so that way you can go and be a healthy, successful runner. So definitely thank you, YouTube out there, for supporting me. I really appreciate it, and I hope everyone keeps safe, keep running, and we'll see you next time.